All right, now some of you may be asking, what do brand and culture have to do with each other? I want you to think about an iceberg. We all know that an iceberg has a little bit above the surface of the water, but most of its mass is underneath the surface. So think about what's above the surface. Think about that as your organization. That's what you know about your organization. It's what you see. And think about below the surface. What's below the surface of the iceberg? It's that collective unconscious. It's the culture. It's that modus operandi that is really, really hard to put your finger on. Now, why does that matter to public brand? If you think about what you know about your organization, that's what you say. That's what you can package up into packaged communication efforts. But think about what you don't know about your culture, that amorphous thing, that culture, your behaviors that are inherent to your group dynamic. That ends up being your behaviors. So you can package up all the things that you know about your organization and put a pretty website together. You can put a great PowerPoint together, a great pitch together. But what happens if you don't know how your culture really, really works? What's underneath the surface there? What's going to happen is that behavior is going to seep out, and it's going to become part of the public brand through your employees' behavior. So that's why it's really important to understand and gain more organizational awareness into the ins and outs and the inner workings of that group dynamic that's at play in your organization. Now, some of you might say, group dynamic, culture, that's mumbo jumbo. I don't want to talk about that. That's fluffy stuff. Well, let's talk about this for a second. Just because you can't see culture doesn't mean that the forces aren't at play in your organization. I want you to all play along with me for a second. So everybody just pick up a pen. Everybody got a pen? Okay. Now on the count of 3, I want you to drop the pen. 1, 2, 3. All right. Anybody know what happened there? What was it that pulled the pen down?
Gravity.
That's right, it's gravity. Okay, so can you see gravity? You can't see gravity, no. And does gravity really impact your life most days? When you're walking down the street, do you think about gravity? Probably not. When you're brushing your teeth in the morning, do you think that it's gravity that's pulling the water down the sink? No, you don't.